with normally some fires. Right, so all I've done is I've put some bubbles on here. Now, these bubbles have come from our gas taps, alright? So our taps, you can make gas that we usually put our Bunsen burners on. Right, well done. That's it. Okay, now hold your arm out at arm's length. Ready, straight? Are we ready? Are we watching? Ready. Woo! Is that it? Whoa! Big round of applause! Right, who was our second grade person, miss? Oh, so many brave people. Oh, I'll have you there in the corner. It's me in the corner. Right, get roll your sleeves up. So, the bubbles here have got a different gas in it. You said you have oxygen gas, which you need for a fire to burn, but you also need to have fuel. So, when we have a candle, the wax is the fuel. When you have a fire, it might be wood, or it might be a gas fire. So this is the gas that if you have a gas fire at home, this is the kind of gas that comes out in your gas fire. Alright, this is why gas fires are dangerous, because obviously they will set a light. So all I've done is I've trapped the gas into bubbles. So why do I need to wet it? Why does he need to wet his hand then for safety? Yeah,
Wipe the
so
bottom
it's not
of
going
it.
to burn.
I mean, hold your hand really straight.
Well done.
Hand flat for me.
Well done. Ready? Woo!
Well done.
Okay. So, we've had about fire. Yeah, just to do the last bit there. Okay, so we've done fire and we've said that that's partly to do with, sorry miss.
Is that miss on fire?
Where's me? Oh, people's mask. That's to do with Christmas. What else, apart from cuddling up on a nice cold night with a fire, what else, and apart from lights, what else can we sit and see? Christmas tree, what else?
Christmas dinner.
Christmas dinner, so we're going to look at science Christmas dinner next.
Yeah!
Right, so let's just see if we can get rid of the last thing from these bubbles then. Wow. Why is it burning differently there, do you think, to when we hold it in our hands?
It's because on the hand I had water.
It had water on, whereas in the tin, it doesn't have water and it's all trapped. So you can see what's burning much slower there. Well done. Right, so we're going to hand over. Thank you, miss. Well done, brave people. Okay. So we'll hand over to Sarah to talk about science of Christmas dinners.
The science of Christmas dinners?
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
Christmas dinners.
I'm up here on this table here, so you're going to have to, you guys have to move on this side and then kind of gather around here.
Oh God!
If you all just push back off the table, sir, would that be okay?
Yeah. So I'm going to start at this end and we're down. Actually, you guys will get to see as well. Yeah, cheers. Put a hat on. There you go, now look at the cards. Right, just squeeze around there, boys.
Hang your jacket and I'll hang it up.
I need some volunteers as well for this one, so well, tell you what, who's the mouthiest person with their hands up?
Thank you.
Surprisingly, I can't hear you. You are? Yeah? Mouthy. Can I get in here, boys? Can you move your chairs around a little bit? You can sit there if you want. And move them over that side. Right, so are you going to be my volunteer? What's your name? Pardon? Patty. Right, do you want to stand there then? Thank you. Okay, so what's the best thing to do with the Christmas dinner on Christmas Day? Eat it, yes, that's what we're going to kind of do today, okay? So, what's the first step in eating something?
Teeth. Got to chew it.
Yeah, we've got to chew it up with kisses. You're not going to be my mouth, okay, because you're mouthy apparently, right? So what I've got is, okay, it's not Christmas dinner, yeah, unless you like my baby crackers and biscuits for dinner, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to eat the food here, so we're going to crunch it all up with our teeth, okay? Just to sort of like demonstrate that, we're going to use a pestle and mortar. So can you get cracking with this? Can you start crunching the food up? As well as actually physically breaking the food down with your teeth and your tongue. What else goes on in your mouth? Yep. before you swallow it, what happens in your mouth, yeah?
You have to get all these fluids.
Okay, and what's the name of that fluid? Saliva, yeah? So, I made this morning, lots of packets of chewing gum, you know, collected all this, so it's not really fake. So, Barty's going to crush our food up with our teeth. I'm going to put a little bit of saliva in to make it extra gooey and horrible. You ready? Right, there you go, keep munching. So, as you're eating your food, your teeth are breaking down the bigger bits of the food, making it more easy to digest. You've got saliva, which contains enzymes and also a lot of water to help digest the food and to make it easier to swallow. So, I'll just pause for a second there. So, is that looking a bit more like chewed Christmas dinner? Yeah? Keep going. Put a bit more saliva in. So after you chewed your food up, then where does it go? Where's the next place it goes? Yeah? Before it gets to your stomach, it's got to pass through your throat. Do you know what the proper name for the throat is? I won't show you. Yeah? Esophagus, yeah. So that's a funny word, isn't it? But this is your esophagus, okay? So what we're going to try and do is get that food there, down the esophagus. Should be a little filter funnel here somewhere. It might not be. Aha, there we go. Obviously, you'd use muscles to do this if it was your real throat. Okay? What do you think? You think that'll fit through there? That's actually quite narrow, isn't it?
Yep.
You all appreciate though that's going to go down your throat, yeah? So maybe just skip this step. Okay, so what's next then? Where does your food go once you've chewed it? Sorry. Yeah? Yeah. So it goes into your stomach, yeah? So this is going to be our stomach, right? Now, in your stomach, you haven't got fillets, you've got muscles, okay? The muscles in your stomach churn the food up, okay? And they work it through. So what we're going to do is, we're going to pop our chewed food. So it's going to go down our throat, which it won't fit through, and into here. So can I get that? Oh, look at that, like Christmas goodness. Look at that. That's a bit of turkey there, a bit of stuffing, a bit of Brussels sprouts. Yeah? I'm just kidding, I like that finger. Right, so, we're going to turn this all up, okay? What else is in your stomach though, do you know? Yeah?
Is it your digestive system?
Digestive system, yeah, so you've got your stomach is part of that, the organ, but what's actually in your stomach, yeah? That's a different organ, part of the same system though, yeah?
We're running a bit late.
No, again, different organs, but different system this time though.
Been
What's in your stomach right now? That's working on your food that you eat dinner. Food and... Yeah, stomach acid,
I might
yes, so here we
scrap my
go,
past.
some stomach acid. Okay,
100%
thanks for
good
going
stuff.
back down now.
Put him in that time, 'cause
Okay,
Sharon needs
so
to
we're
also
going to put a little
come
bit of
in,
stomach
so-
acid in. Whoop. You've also got... No, it's acid. You've also got more
Three
enzymes
now.
in the form of digestive
three.
juices. Okay, so you've got enzymes here that break down
But we have
proteins,
it, he has to have
carbohydrates,
two.
fats and everything,
All right, so
all
take
in your
some.
stomach, okay? These are made in different parts of your body and they work on the food in your stomach. So here we go. So this is, if you eat your Christmas dinner, right, and you want to go outside and play your brand new bike and you're moving around, this is what happens to your
What time
food.
is it?
There we go. Is it turned on?
Yeah. Have to. Okay.
Oh, this could be it's indigestion, I think this is what's happening. Okay, well basically we'll just give it a little slosh around and that's better, isn't it? Look at that everyone, isn't that delicious? This is happening in your body right now.
That's what you
What
last
did you
time.
have for your lunch? What did you have for your lunch?
She's on our own.
Nothing.
I'll come down and get you.
Oh, in that case, you're
So he's running. I'll come get you, please come up. Okay?
What? Lasagna, so your lasagna looks a bit like this right now, okay? So every time you turn the corner or go up some stairs, this is what happens to your lunch, okay? Right. Look at all that Christmas goodness. There you go, see that? Hey, if you're doing like this, you're going to hit what's coming up next, okay? Someone mentioned it. I'm going to use a lady's tie to represent the next part of the digestive system called the small intestine, okay? Do you know what small intestine is? Do you know what it looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it look like? Yeah, it's like a kind of a wiggly worm, isn't it? It's really, really long.
It's up there.
Yes, you have my sheep.
Oh yeah, there it is, there, small intestine, okay? So you've got small and large, but small intestine is called like it's quite thin, okay? But it's thin and long, and it's wrapped around many times inside your stomach, okay? If you unfold the small intestine and laid it out in front of you, you would die. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the food from the stomach, okay? That's going to go into the small intestine. Let's make sure we don't lose any of this lumpy goodness. See that? Yep. So, the small intestine. Oh yes. Little pair of scissors.
Yeah, that one's worth it has pills.
Small intestine also contains enzymes which help to break down the food. Okay, so we're going to add a few drops of enzyme in here now. Okay, all the stuff that's coming out. Oh, look at that. All of the stuff that's coming out in the beaker. What is that? That liquid stuff there that's in the beaker. What is that? That's not poo, no. What is all that? Not really, you know. Right, so basically, the beaker represents your blood system, your blood vessels, okay? All the food, all the goodness is inside the intestine, but that's going to be taken out, okay? So if your body's going to do stuff with that, it's going to use the proteins, carbohydrates in part of, keeping you alive, it's going to extract that, okay? So the beaker is kind of like your blood system, okay? That's taking all the goodness out of your food. So all that sloshy liquid there, that's all the goodness, okay? That's all the things that we want to get out of our food. What's left inside is going to be what? Yeah? No, we'll take all the healthy things out. We'll take most of the healthy things out. What's left over is basically what's going to be the last stage in digestion. So can I just squeeze in there? To give you a clue, it's going to involve Mr. Potty. Yeah? So just give this extra goodness a good little squeeze to get all the goodness out. There we go. Don't lose any goodness. The reason why the intestine's so long is so that your body's got time to do this. Okay, squeeze all the goodness on your back. Now look. Goodness, there we go. Right, what I'm going to do is tie a little knot of this. And we're going to represent the final part of the digestive process. I don't need that, but I've got one here. Right? What is the last stage in the digestive system? Yeah? Making a poo. Mr. Huff's going to make a poo right in front of all you lovely Year 6 students. Yeah, and he's not even going to make his trousers. Okay? Year 5, sorry. I'm going to make, try not to get this wrong, I'm going to make a little anus. Okay? And then, after you've extracted all of your goodness from your food, this is what happens to you. A delicious. And that's what's left over. Can't see. Take closer. Okay? And there we go.
Right, thank you very much, Mr. Hall. Right, boys and girls, can we all face back to the front, please?
Right, so we've had.
Nice to meet you.
Don't you? So we've had.
Oh, see, it doesn't bother me.
No, you're tricking someone here.
Stuff loads of times.
Surgery.
We have had
Yeah, this lady said done stomach surgery.
Oh, you said you could have done that then.
Now, also, there's something I think that happens at Christmas. Now I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and there's something to do with Christmas that you can't really feel, so you can't really touch, but you can feel happy. Yeah, and it's kind of hard being happy. It's what I think is the magic of Christmas. The Christmas it's got a kind of magic to it. So Mr. Sat here is going to come and speak to you about something magical. Because what else is something that's kind of magical is about, if I can get it up. He's going to talk to you about dragons. A magical creature.
Right. Right, good afternoon, ladies and gents. Wyndham Primary School.
Yes.
Right, good afternoon. Welcome to Kenton. My name is Mr. Platt. I'm one of the science teachers here. Now, you've seen lots of things that are useful, how things work. I thought today you might like to see how we could go and get our own dragon. Now, we may not make it all the way, but we're going to do the best we can today to try and get a dragon here. But we need to understand the science behind it, because these things are possible. And we can do it through a thing that's called selective breeding. Now imagine you've got all these plants. You've got, what, 7, 8 plants there. And you want to grow the biggest plants you can. Well, if you only choose your biggest plants, and you only have baby plants from the biggest plants, then all the babies will grow to also be the biggest plants. Now, this has been done loads before. We've got dogs. The wolf was tamed, and now we've got chihuahuas, and we've got Great Danes. So the question is how? How did it work? Well, actually, there's a really clever chap called Dmitry Belyaev, and he worked in Russia. Now, he got this thing, it's a silver fox, like the red fox that we see, and they're kept in Russia, and they're grown for fur. So he thought, I'm going to go and take some of these foxes, and I'm only going to get the friendly foxes, and I'm going to breed them. So only the friendliest and the friendliest, all the angry ones, were left alone. But the ones who were friendly, the ones who were really nice, they all were bred. So the babies were like that as well. And that means we now have foxes that basically love human beings. It's really, really quite cool. And in fact, I think I'd like to see this as well. It's nice so you can see it. Not just a cat. This cat is called a Bengal cat. Who's a Bengal? Nice, well done. What's this one then? Tabby, very good. So if we get a tabby and a Bengal and we mix them together, some babies will be grey. Some babies will be blotchy, but some of them will look like a tiger. So you can buy a toiger, yes.
That's also a type of Bengal.
It is, yeah. There's a striped Bengal, so we call it a toiger. It's its own breed in its own right. It's pretty cool. So, let's see if we can do this ourselves. I think we should start looking at dragons. Because dragons are quite cool, and I've watched some TV shows where there's lots of dragons there, but I have seen that dragons can be quite scary. So I thought, well, I looked a bit further for some more dragons. I found this picture, and that picture kind of freaked me out a bit more. So I thought we should do a health and safety check first, because it's really important as scientists to make sure that things are done properly. So be aware. There could be fire, where the hall of the classroom here. What happens, we've got fire extinguishers, the chances of happening are quite low. Burning, you could all get burnt, but we've got first aid trained, hopefully, somewhere, so it's quite low. There is a chance of destruction of the entire world. Like, the entire world could be destroyed, but I've got a plan for that as well, because when we get to dealing with dragons, if the dragon thinks that I'm daddy, and it likes to follow me like a baby goose follows around its mother, then we're all safe. We're all really good and really happy. And you can see I've actually got it signed by our assistant head. I couldn't get her, I signed it for her, but it's all fine. Everyone is awesome to be with as well. So
When the world
but
burns
there's one
down, it's
problem
my
before we get
problem.
further. Well, there are no dragons now, so it's kind of hard to breed a dragon from nothing. Yes?
Couldn't you get like a bird or something because they could
What's your name, young lady?
Lily.
Miss, Lily is absolutely jumping ahead and has got a very good idea. I like you. You should definitely be a scientist because you do that. You'll be very rich. It's very good. Right. So we could just say there's no surviving dinosaurs, but there are birds. So I thought, let's work with sparrows. Yeah? Sparrows are going to live because sparrows are really, really, really small. Yeah? And that means if we use sparrows, we can get a really small dragon. Yeah. That's the plan. So I'll show you the work that I've been doing. What I did is I went and got some sparrows. I've got a boy sparrow and I've got a girl sparrow. What time do I have to finish this, by the way?
You've got a couple of minutes, sir.
Okay. So I thought I'll get 2 pairs as well. And I'll get to have loads of chicks. Now one thing that we know is that the chicks are not always the same. Like, let's see the chicks we've got, and I grew them up so they're much bigger. And you can see we have a thing that's called mutation, variation. This one's got a bit blue. This one's got some red eyes. This one's got some pretty cool teeth. So I thought, let's choose the ones that have got the bigger teeth. And with the second batch, same thing again. Grow them up,
and I'm going to choose the ones.